I walked along the seawall on a relatively warm winter's morning. A cold spell had just lifted from the streets of Vancouver, leaving piles of snow melting on the sidewalk for pedestrians to dodge. Luckily, all of the snow from the seawall had been lifted thanks to the warming effect of the Pacific Ocean. You see, I live inland, far away from the Pacific Ocean, so as I approached the water, the familiar sound of seagulls lifted my heart despite the cloudy day. I passed the docks, tethering the seaplanes, waiting to carry their passengers into the sky. Their bright blue and yellow stripes added some much-needed color to the gray day. I passed a man fishing and asked him what he was trying to catch. He said anything. I wondered what he could even catch here at this very urban dock. A starfish? Would a fish even be safe to eat? I kept strolling along, gazing into the water, trying to remember exactly what it looked like. Of course, I would forget almost instantaneously as the water refused to stay still so that I could look at it. So I settled for taking a picture with my phone. And then I came across a bottle floating, and I thought back to this article I read about a man who had found 83 messages in bottles. He had made it his hobby to try and see where these messages came from. He had even managed to meet one couple who launched a message on their wedding day. The bottle in front of me was floating away from the shore, so I quickly abandoned any hope of retrieving it to check for a message. But as I looked at it, I spotted something inside. It looked like an actual message. A woman was passing by and I pointed it out excitedly, but she didn't seem as interested as she glanced and ignored me and kept walking by. Turned back to my problem at hand. There was no way for me to get the bottle without also getting completely soaked. So I took some photos and continued on my way. But just seeing that bottle got me so excited, it added some pep in my step, and for a while it felt like the sun was out, even though it had just started raining. I quickly put a photo on Instagram, because of course I did, and had to be content with that, even if the mystery could never be solved. I continued on my journey along Cole Harbor, my heart still full of excitement. Later that night, I sat in my hotel, satisfied after a nice dinner, and I put my feet up. I was sitting with my art supplies spread across my table, with my mind wandering around. I thought of that man who tracked down the original writers of the message, and I wondered if maybe the person who sent it was like me, a lover of social media. Perhaps they also put a picture online. So I searched Instagram for the hashtag I used, message in a bottle. And once you wade through the sea of cheesy message in a bottle stock quotes, irrelevant inspirational quotes, and photos of albums by the Police, you might just get lucky enough to find this photo. A couple of hours after I passed by the bottle, a couple of people took advantage of the lowering tide to retrieve it. They posted photos of their heroic retrieval as well as the message they found inside. The message they found said, "Love is a meeting of two souls, accepting the dark and the light within each other, bound by the courage to grow through struggle into bliss." The author of this poem, like the writer of the note, remain unknown. The title of this painting is Author Unknown. I painted this with acrylic paint on a stretched canvas, 12 inches by 12 inches in size. Hey, I hope you enjoyed this new format. Let me know in the comments down below if you like this or not. The whole me telling you the story and the inspiration for the painting over you watching the painting be created. I'm going to be changing things up a bit. So all of the tutorial kind of videos that I started playing with last year, I'm going to be moving those onto a second channel where I'm going to focus on teaching you how to make and enjoy making art. On this channel, the channel you are currently on, you can see a lot more speed painting videos as well as kind of like what it's like to be an artist, like behind the scenes of my actual like life as an artist. That's what's going to be on this channel. So if you haven't already, subscribe to this channel. We would love to have you. Over on that channel, we'll be starting from a complete beginner. So if you have absolutely no experience, but you would like to try it out, then that's what's going to be for you. So head on over to that channel and subscribe. The link will be down below. So I recently went to a gathering showing support for our Muslim community and saying that, hey, we love you. Don't think that all this stuff that's been happening means that we don't love you, because the actual residents of Canada have big hearts and we want you here. And I made this poster. It's actually a canvas, you can see. It's a stretched canvas. But I made this, and I've got a tutorial showing you how to do it on my Patreon and on my Facebook and on my website. So if you would like to learn how to make your own, it's really simple, it didn't take me very long, then the link is down below. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you have a great week, and I will see you next week. And tons of love!